looks super delicious, but you can't eat it because you have food allergies? I have this issue too. My go-to dessert is this chocolate mousse. This chocolate mousse is free of dairy, eggs, peanuts, and tree nuts. It also can be gluten-free too if you make it without the graham crackers. This dessert is super delicious. It's very simple to make. It takes about 30 minutes. It's easy to transport to a friend's house, or if you're going to a family gathering, or if you're going to a sporting event. And in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you how to make it. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Caroline, and I'm a senior in high school. I'm starting this channel to help those who suffer from food allergies. I also have food allergies, and I'm allergic to dairy, eggs, peanuts, and tree nuts. I'm starting this channel to help you guys learn some nutritious and allergy-safe recipes. I know how hard it is to cook with food allergies, so today we're going to start with a super fun dish. It is a dairy-free chocolate mousse. So I have my handy-dandy recipe right here, and what we're going to start off doing is making the crust. For the graham cracker crust, I have in the food processor 2 sticks of graham crackers, a tablespoon of sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 12 tablespoons of dairy-free earth-balanced butter. And I'm going to blend this all together in the food processor and then put it in our little tart pan. This recipe makes way more than one small tart pan, so feel free to use your other small tart pans as well, or just use one big tart pan. This recipe cooks for 15 minutes at 375 Fahrenheit, and then once they're done cooking, you're going to let them cool for 15 to 30 minutes, and then you'll be ready to fill. Now, I will link the graham cracker recipe in the description box below, as well as the chocolate mousse recipe. So, starting off with the chocolate mousse, we are going to begin with the double broiler, and that is when you have a pan over simmering water in a pan below, and we'll come and show you that right now. I have added a bag of Enjoy Life chocolate chips, which is a really good dairy-free brand for dairy-free chocolate chips, as well as a tablespoon of vanilla extract, a half cup of jam, and half of the creamer. And we're going to melt this over the double broiler until it is well incorporated. And then we're going to move it over to the blender with the secret ingredient that makes it nice and smooth. In the blender, we are going to add a package, which is 14 ounces of firm organic tofu. And then after this, we are going to add the rest of the creamer. And then we're just going to blend this up. And then after it's all blended, we're going to add the chocolate. Now, tofu is made of soy, and it's a great substitute for things like mousse as a great thickener, as well as a substitute for scrambled eggs. You can scramble it with some shallots, some garlic and peppers, and mushrooms, and it's really good for breakfast. Now that our tofu is all blended up with our creamer, we're going to add our chocolate mixture. I've now blended the tofu and the chocolate together, and I've just tasted it. I think it needs a little bit more raspberry, so I'm just going to add some jam and blend it again, and then we'll put it into our tarts and other dishes to save for later. So first off, we're going to start by filling this small tart pan with our graham cracker crust. Get the blender off. There we go. So we're just going to pour a little bit of our mousse, and I added probably 2 tablespoons to a tablespoon more of jam after I tasted it. So there you have your little tart. Now you can chill this for at least an hour. Overnight is best. And then to go, we're just going to put it in a container that you can freeze and grab when you have to go to that family event or sporting event or a hangout with your friends. And then you can just take this and store this in your fridge or freezer. And then you can just take a ramekin with nothing in it, pour some of our mousse in, and then we are going to top it off with some raspberries. Let me rinse these really quickly. Giving these a quick rinse, and we will top them in our little ramekin, like so. Lastly, And this is the way you can serve it at like a birthday party or if you're having dinner with your family. You take a sleeve of graham crackers and we are just going to line layers in between the mousse. So you're going to take them, line them against your casserole pan like so, and then break them to fit the space. And then you're going to pour some of your mousse on top, like so. Spread it out a bit. Just got some on the side, that's okay. And then we're going to take another layer of graham crackers. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just like this. Can I fit one more in? Yep, perfect. And then we're going to put the rest of the mousse on top, like so. And this bit of graham cracker just adds a nice texture and crunch in the mousse to give it a little more definition and taste. Let's just get the rest of this out here. We might not have enough, but that's okay. Just spread it around. And then we're going to cool this like the other ones for at least an hour to let it harden up. And then it'll be good to eat. You can also, before you serve, top this one with raspberries too. Here are our finished products. We have our easy to go version, and then the little ramekin full of raspberries and delicious chocolate mousse, as well as our tart version, which also can be made to a family-sized portion, but I did the little cute version today. And then we also have our family-sized graham cracker and mousse layered casserole dish version. These are all really easy to make, as you saw, not that many ingredients. It takes about 30 minutes, give or take, and it's super easy to take with you, super portable. You can surprise your friends and tell them that the secret ingredient is tofu and that you will never taste it or never guess because it's masked by the raspberries and chocolate. I will link the recipes as well as the dairy-free creamer and the dairy-free chocolate chips in the description box below. Join me next week. Thank you for coming.